What's happening, YouTube? It's the reverse flow, and today we have the Shfiguarts Piccolo from Dragon Ball Super Superhero. As redundant as that name is. Fun fact: um, apparently Toriyama forgot that the show was named Dragon Ball Super, which is why it has the redundant title of superhero. So I'm guessing he was thinking Dragon Ball title superhero, but nobody corrected him for whatever reason. It's so much wrong with that. But there's a figure review. Either way, the figure itself is pretty dope. Now I have a couple gripes with it, but it's nothing major, nothing like that's a huge deal. But I think it's worth noting if you're gonna purchase this figure. First things first, we're gonna go through articulation. So let's get them off the turning wheel and look a little closer. So starting at the head, articulation. You can look down that much, and you can look up that much. Now, something I want to note real quick. So one thing I wanted to do a quick comparison this early on in a review because I thought this was very strange. So here I have the Jiren, Shfiguarts Jiren, and if you want to check out that review, go ahead. But I'm gonna pop his head off real quick. He has this new joint here, which works wonderfully. Now for the Piccolo, who's another bald character without a faceplate, I'm gonna show you what they did with the Piccolo. Put Jiren to the side. They went back to this old style of joint. I'm not sure why they did this. Is it because he's a cheaper release in terms of price? I don't know. I'm not sure what's up with that. Either way, just something to note. I think the Jiren style joint, it should be the way to go. Especially for these bald characters that don't have faceplates. If they could do that for the Saiyans as well, if they could use that joint that they use for Jiren, for the Saiyans as well, they use it on Krillin as well. But if they can use it for the Saiyans, that would be great. Either way, his neck articulation is good. Side to side. Works good. Turn all the way around. Arm articulation. Arm can go straight out to the side. Double jointed elbow. Works good. Wrist hinge. Wrist swivel. If you want it. Bicep swivel. Now we get into the torso. Oh yeah. And bringing his arms forward. It works. It works, but that looks ugly. That shit, it don't look too nice. That doesn't look too nice. This is another little minor gripe, but all right, we're gonna just talk about it. He can crunch forward that much, but when he crunches forward, that's how it looks. It has some ugly gapping. Now, 9 times out of 10, if you're taking pictures or whatever you like to do with your figures, you're not gonna be showing that, but it doesn't look good. Going back, oh man, I don't like that gapping. Just my opinion. Doesn't look nice. They've done it before. Jiren has a diaphragm joint, and it doesn't gap like that. They need to work on that for whatever next Piccolo that they do. And if you've seen the most recent trailer, then hopefully they can fix it on that variation of Piccolo. If you haven't seen the most recent trailer that dropped, well, go check it out. I don't want to spoil anything for you. But torso. So the torso works fine. Like it doesn't work well enough to warrant that ugly gapping, in my opinion. Like if it worked well and it just looked ugly, I could let it slide, but it's not the best. But either way, now we're gonna go to the legs. We always gotta talk about the splits. Splits wonderfully. Going back, bringing the leg back, wonderful. Um, that's probably this is probably the best part of this figure, the legs. Double jointed knee works fine. Um, Swivel at the top of the thigh. Um, Ankle rocker is okay. The way the shoes are, I think I would have put the cut lower for that joint, so you could get more out of that ankle rocker. But it's whatever. Um, Toe hinge works fine. Overall, the articulation it's pretty good. I give it 8 out of 10. Now, one thing I will say is on the arm here, and I'm just being nitpicky at this point, but some slight sloppiness right here. But that's just being me being real nitpicky. I wish we had some shading throughout the outfit, but since we don't, at least it's matte in color. You know, like the outfit looks a little shiny, but it doesn't look cheap. It's not glossy looking. The overall look of the figure is pretty good. I wish we could have had some shading on the skin, darker green tones. And one last thing before we move on to the accessories. I'm gonna put a picture in here. But here's Piccolo next to Super Boo. Now, there was a scene in the anime or manga where he's standing face to face with Super Boo. Piccolo is a much taller character. He should be maybe a hair bit shorter than Super Boo, but he should be pretty much looking eye to eye to him. I don't know why they've been making him that short, but he's like the same height as Super Boo. He's 7'6", for those who didn't know. So I'm not sure what's up with that. That's one of my biggest gripes actually, his height. But I feel like they've been making like he's still taller than the guys he's supposed to be taller than, but not by how much he is supposed to be. Like he's taller than Goku, but he's definitely much. He has much definitely has much more height on Goku than that. So that's something that they should definitely fix. Overall, that's all in terms of the overall figure aesthetic and articulation. The rounded off shoes is the stylization they decided to use for the movie. It's okay. That's more of a character design opinion on character design. But other than that, I will see you in a little bit for accessories. Now for accessories, we're gonna start with what he comes on him in the packaging. What he has on him in the packaging comes with this stern but smirking face. Stern smirking face. It comes with 2 fist hands. A screaming face as Piccolo is usually doing. Let's go on. And he comes with a gritting teeth face. As for hands, 2 open palm blast hands. 2 kind of, I guess, style grabby hands. Or I'm about to claw your eyes out hands. And 1 special beam cannon hand. Now, as far as accessories, I think this is appropriate for the price point at least. Because a lot of these Dragon Ball superhero figures were released at a cheaper price point. Like, $30, $40 ish range. So I think for this price range, this figure is actually pretty good for what you're getting. In terms of things I would like to see on a Piccolo. Now the previous Piccolo figure, I would show you a comparison with him. But I don't have one. And nor do I really want that figure. I never really cared for the look of that figure. It looked off to me, but which is why I ended up not getting it. Overall, this figure is a solid release. It's almost there, but the torso articulation is I really don't care for it. But the height thing is a big deal for me. Like I really care about scale. So, and relative to the the other characters in the line. So that's something, definitely something to fix. I don't know why they made him so short. Like there's plenty of references where he's just towering over the rest of the cast. But overall, I give him la, la, la. Accessories like a 7 or 7.5. Just go 8 out of 10. Not a bad release at all. It's definitely a good release, but it's not a great release, you know? Like, it would be nice to have a cape and, his head wrap with this figure, but, that would have definitely increased the price of the figure. But yeah, this is a solid release. And until next time, peace out.